No, it's Sunday night. It's whoop, what is it? Let me see. Today's the 24th, is it not? 3, 10, 14. I think so. I don't know what day I'm living in. That's terrible. I will harden the heart of the Egyptians. It's incredible how patient God is with people. You know, I mean, he could have done that whole thing, in one shot. Just eliminate the Egyptians, but he didn't. He decided to. He decided to do it little by little. Giving them an opportunity to repent. Let's see here. Today is the 24th, and it's 9/11. 911. The number I hate to call. So what's been going on? Well, let me see. I had a. Oh, I don't know if I'm tired or hungry. Probably both. I've been watching what I eat, trying to bring my A1C down. The doctor's sending me Manjuro now. Let's see how that works. I heard that it's a little bit better than Ozempic. I heard one person saying that this actually paralyzes just your stomach. And another person, I guess I told that to a doctor. He looked at me like he went like wow, I guess, and then he corrected me, and he said no, it slows down your metabolism or something like that. So I don't know. Would that be the same as paralyzed? Well, paralyzed gives me the impression like nothing's moving. Whereas just slows down your metabolism is totally different, right? I mean, I hope it doesn't slow it down too much. You know, um, I mean, I'm kind of slow as it is right now. I thank God that since Wednesday, I haven't used the walker. I've just left it downstairs chained up. Haven't used it at all. And I'm hoping that I get to start physical therapy soon. I don't know if the evaluation was finished or whatever. That's the video that I showed. There was a physical therapist supervisor who was evaluating me when we had that big problem there with the X. So I don't know if he has to come back and do it, because I've never had one like that. I've always had where they have you sit down. They put a cone like 10 feet away from you, and then they tell you get up, go around the cone, and then go right back to the chair and sit down. Or, stand up, close your eyes, and see how the balance is. I never had one that went like this one. I mean, this one I think was cut short because of that whole situation. He probably thought, let me get out of here before these people hurt me or something. I don't blame the guy, man. I don't know. I don't know. He probably said this is not a good not a good environment to send therapists and the occupational therapists or physical therapists. And I wouldn't blame him. I wouldn't blame them at all, because who the heck wants to send somebody to a place like that? Just, I don't know. I guess maybe we could meet someplace. I mean, it's supposed to be in the house, but what can I say? I guess they could come like really, really late in the afternoon. If they come over here like 4:15, it's usually nobody here from 4:15 to about like 5:30. So that gives you a little bit of time, an hour and 15 minutes. But usually at that time, I don't know. I guess if that's the only time that's available, I guess they have to just do it. But if not, I guess I can meet them in the park. I can. I guess I could take my walker, maybe tie it up behind me with a bungee cord, so that this way I can walk, see how far I can go, and then when I get tired, I'll sit down. That's not bad, because this way every day I can go a little bit further and further and further, if I can. If not, I just rest. And if it gets really bad that I can't get back, I could always call Uber and tell them, let's go to, I don't know, go to some store, pick up something and come back. Because if I just say I'm gonna go from where I left off to here, probably these drivers, they probably won't even take me, because they know how much the fare is gonna be, which kind of defeats the purpose of having Uber and Lyft. I mean, when I used to drive for Yellow Cab and United here, and in New York I drove Yellow Cab too. I mean, the whole thing was that you don't know if this person's gonna go $230 away worth, or if it was gonna be just a couple of dollars. But if you know what it is you can reject, you know. Like one guy, he said, well, he said, I'm gonna reject this call because it wasn't more than the gallon of gas, and the gallon of gas is what, like $4.40, $4.50 over here, no? $4 in Sam's Club. I think I have $4. So anyway, I asked the guy. I said, "Well, let me ask you something. Why did you reject?" He said, "No, because it's too small." I remember when I used to pick up passengers. I used to get in their business. You got any long calls? You know, this way, I could take you there, whatever. That's how you really make money. I mean, yeah, you can make money doing small calls here and there, but it takes a lot of time sometimes to get into those small calls, and sometimes with those $50 ones, that's where you make your money. I think more than that, probably no, because I think now they kind of like, I guess, I don't know. I haven't driven for Lyft in a little while, so maybe if I get a newer van, a minivan, maybe I can do it. But I don't know. I'm gonna try. I went to a Hyundai dealer, and I saw a minivan there. It's a nice pearl color, like off white. It's like a pearl color Pacifica, uh, and I'm thinking maybe if I could do an exchange with them, the minivan for an app that I was thinking, I just feel like God gave me that idea there of a certain app that might help them out, and the guy liked the idea. Uh, I'm gonna be going to there's one place that they're selling cars over here. They probably got minivans too. All these places like Repo, sales and stuff. They always got minivans, and then maybe the Toyota place right there on 301 and 60. They always have minivans there. Maybe I go to the Brandon Dodge, see what they got there. You know, because I really like the minivans. It's easier for me to get in and out, and if I decide to help some people out and take them to church, because the Uber and Lyft is pretty expensive sometimes. I know sometimes, not this morning, but sometimes there's no cars in this area. And at the time when I call up, which is usually like, well, maybe it's because it's light outside earlier now, but at 6:30 and 6:15 when I call up for Uber, usually there was no light. And I guess people don't want to work in the darkness. There's a lot of, you got daytime drivers and you got nighttime drivers, and sometimes there's nobody around. And I've seen it up to $50. I've taken those shots. I've taken those screenshots, and I've even showed them to my pastor. And he gave me some money. That wasn't my intention. I mean, I just wanted to show him. So that this way he could see that this is the reason why I haven't been coming. Because it's just it's just crazy if I have to pay $50 to go over there in the morning, maybe $10 to come back home or whatever, or $9, whatever it is. So it's kind of, and of course with Uber and Lyft, it's not really set in stone what the price is gonna be, which is another problem, you know, which is totally different than, let's say, things used to be. Uh, in other places, they would just go by the miles, not the time, and and uh, they would actually just go by the mileage, not the time. They would send somebody there, and that's it. But now, Uber is opening up the door. Uber and Lyft are opening up the door for somebody to come in and steal their business. And I'm that kind of guy. Because I will go knocking door to door. And some people will say, well, I like Uber and Lyft, but they send drivers here who don't speak English. Or some other people might say, no, yo necesito alguien que hable español. And some people might start, I don't know, you know, I don't, I don't like it because this and that. So I might be able to steal some business from them. I'm not gonna do all that. I mean, I hear some of them saying that now Orlando trips are paying very little. That they pay like you know a set amount and that's it. That's not right because especially now that the gas prices are so high. So I can see why they're rejecting that. But those are the kind of situations that I'd talk to the person and I said, look, I'm gonna charge you $1 a month up front. You give me the money, and I said I'll take you there and bring you back. No, I don't really want to do. Okay, and then they'll be calling you. Okay, we'll do it. So that I got over like that because the thing is that you just can't. I mean, especially now I hear that now these people taking like 50%, 40% of everything, of the whole fare. And I kind of believe it because I remember one time there was a driver that helped me out a lot, and they even waited for me to go up the stairs, which I was very grateful, because I don't know, I kind of felt weak, sort of like I did when I was when I left the hospital this time, almost 2.5 weeks ago. I felt very weak, As a matter of fact, I fell down on the stairs over here, and then I fell down in my room over here, and The thing is that when you feel weak like that, I mean, I guess the driver, she realized it, and she said, "Why didn't you until you go upstairs? First, you offered to help me take the walker upstairs." And I said, "No, no, I leave the walker down here chained up." And then I woke up, so she just waited until and then I was very grateful. And so I gave her a $10 tip. The fare was $10, and then I gave her a $10 tip. And then I get an email saying, "Oh, your ride was broken down like this, like this, like that." So I sent a message to the person, because I had their number, and I told them, I said, "Hey, be careful, because I just got a message from Uber saying that this is how they broke down, the whole thing." And it's a shame that here's these people trying to make money, and Uber's gonna do a little, winky dink or something, trying to take the tip money, I guess, or something. I don't know what was going on, but I said, "Hey, just be careful. I sent you a $10 tip, so if you don't get it, they stay with it, And I don't trust them for nothing. I really don't. Not even when I worked with them, nothing. I don't trust them. I figure if they were bold enough to break the law, they're bold enough to not pay you or not pay you correctly. Who knows how much money they? I mean, if they just cheat you out of a couple of pennies out of each person, it would be a tremendous amount of money. You know, so I really don't trust them for nothing. I really don't. Oh no, and and you always have customers who think they're slick, but that's I don't know if I'll be going back to drive for Lyft. Maybe I might do it. Maybe I might drive a couple of hours every day during the rush hours for Lyft, and during the other time, maybe give people rides, and see if they want to, repent and turn their life around and seek Jesus, and help out people who, you see a person out there waiting for the bus, and if they get late one more time to the job, that's it. And I go over there, and even though I'm not really using my walker, but if I go over there and I have the walker in front of me, it's a way of being disarming to the people. They see that, and they say, "I could," any woman say, "I could take this guy." They see me with the walker, they say, "Hey, he's no threat to me." You know, yeah, I'll get in the car with him, or just like if I knock on somebody's door, if they see me with the walker, they'll be like, "Yeah, what's going on?" They'll open up the door, you know, and maybe I might use that. Maybe I might get my real estate license or my insurance license. Well, I never had a real estate license here in Florida, but if I was to get one, I could probably do it pretty well, because I just go house to house in a certain area, get to know everybody there in that area, and I could just see a person looking at me from far away. Who is this guy coming around with a walker? What is he's probably begging for money, from everybody, just going door to door, just begging for money. But I think seeing a person like that, they would be able to see that, I really do use the walker. And if they see me sitting down and I'm taking notes, or whatever, I think it might be something that can actually help a person to open up that door. They might not have opened it up before. They might not have talked through the door ring. But when they see that, they might be curious. Oh, yeah, how can I help you or whatever, And I tell them, hey, my name is Victor. I'm here. I'm selling insurance, selling real estate. If you got any insurance questions, call me up. If you have any real estate questions, if you got somebody coming into the area, somebody leaving, whatever, and if God wills, but if not, I'll just stay doing what I'm doing right now, which is doing apps and kind of like on the job training, kind of sort of. I do have a Google a Google AI professional certificate, which is good, and I got a couple of opportunities. This one place, I think we're gonna make it an exchange. My services for either use of one of their cars or to exchange a minivan, for the work that I'm doing. I need a car, and they need this. They need this app, so I think it'll be a good thing. It's. I was just thinking about it when I went to the dealership. Tomorrow's the 25th, Memorial Day. A lot of places are gonna be having. They're gonna be having specials. You know, special car sales. Plus, you get the end of the month next Sunday, so that's gonna be another opportunity to get a real good cheap car. You get like two or three. You get like two or three dealers, you know, to who have similar product, you know, similar mileage cars that are similar in in the way they ride, cars that you could take to a mechanic. He'll be able to check it out right away. Say yeah, it's okay. So anyway, um, and then at the end of the month, or tomorrow, which is the 25th, you get them to compete against each other, and you'll get the best deal possible. You know, Uh, that's not usually what people do, but that's the best way to do it. This way you can have dealers competing against each other, and when I tell them that the reason that I want it is just to go to church and take people to church and bring them back. I mean, is that something that they want? Would they like for a person who goes to some very large churches here in Brandon? Because think about it, I go on Wednesdays, I go to Reach City Church, was a good sized church. On Saturday mornings, I go to a Rise Church, and on Sundays I go to the Crossing Church. On Thursdays, I'll be going over to Manada Cielo over there in Riverview. Tuesday, they got one over here, which is Centro Hispanico, right here. It's almost within walking distance, almost. So, and that's a pretty large congregation there. But what I'm saying is that, I think that would be a good thing. You know, I mean, and I'm gonna use that point too. You know, hey, look, man, I'm gonna take some people to church. You know, and that's what I want the minivan for. As you can see in my condition, I'm not going to Ybor City to shake my groove thing. Shake your groove thing, shake your groove thing. No, we're not gonna do that. So those days are gone. You know, I don't even do comedy anymore. I'm gonna make a virtual comedy club here. Do comedy here because at least here I don't have to be spending money on Uber going down to Ybor City, and put my name down on the list, and then they pick it out of a hat. It's kind of weird, Or other places that look kind of weird, have a real weird crowd, you know, and so it's probably better if I just stay over here, do a virtual comedy club. I even put a heckler or two in the back, so that put somebody over there throwing tomatoes at me, you know, throwing ripe tomatoes, and I'm over here dressed in white. Oh no, pearl, just like the car, pearl. But I think things are looking up. I mean, if I finally feel stronger, I've been medicating myself with coffee. I drink like 6 cups a day, and I even have some instant coffee that I purchased from Walmart.com, and I put it, and if the coffee they make here is kind of weak, I just put some more in there, you know, so this way it'll be stronger. Of course, the doctor says that it's very dangerous. Could be dangerous to my heart, but nobody's been able to tell me what the heck is going on. 2 hospitals. I went to the VA hospital. I went to Brandon Hospital, and another doctor, and nobody's been able to tell me because they said that everything comes out clear. But yet, I haven't spoken to a neuropsychologist yet. Hopefully, I think on the 4th, I have a mental health evaluation. So hopefully they'll have me speaking with a neuropsychologist or somebody, And but I don't really expect too much from the VA hospital. The Veterans Hospital, I guess they see me like an expense. I know that's terrible, but I think VA hospitals should be sold to a private company. Sell it to whatever. Sell it to HCA or Advent or St. Joe's or Tampa General Hospital. Whatever, they shouldn't be doing it, because if they were really serious about helping me out, right now they would have sent me medications. They would have sent me medications. They never did it. They would have sent me a physical therapist. They didn't do it. They would have sent me occupational therapists. They didn't do it. They would have had me speak to a neuropsychologist. It never happened. It never happened. Yet they thought everything was okay. Here I was when I left. When I left the hospital, I was only able to remember one title of a song. I got like over 30 something. I can't even find some of them that I had out there. I can't even find them. I found some of them on YouTube, but I think there's others that maybe I did on Suno and they're gone. I mean, I wrote the lyrics. I write the style that I wanted the music to come in, but they may be gone. I don't know. Well, not really gone. I mean, there's probably somewhere in my mind, but it has to be brought back or whatever. So just like on the internet, I guess nothing is lost on the internet. It's there. You just gotta know how to find it. So, but when they let me go, when they told me that they were just gonna discharge me from the hospital and send me to some place for 20 days. Well, they did say that they were gonna give me physical therapy and occupational therapy, but they never did tell me what was going on with my memory. They never did tell me what was going on with that whole thing. My short term memory, my and like I said, well, some of it is short term, but some of it isn't short term. You know, I mean, they never addressed it, never addressed it. And yet, when I drank coffee that last day, I really felt good, and I was able to stay on topic with the conversation that they were having with me. So, I kind of told them. I said, maybe I got ADHD or whatever, or ADD or something, but they just dismiss it. It's like, well, if you could only have it as a child, if you have, and if you have it as a child, you grow out of it by the time you get to be an adult or something. Yeah, but that doesn't help me out. Something's going on. You know, now that I've been medicating with 6 coffees, I I'm able to remember like 5 songs, able to sing them. You know, maybe not all the way, but it's certainly getting better. I even kind of remember some scripture verses, but all my scripture verses are gone. A lot of vocabulary words, I try to how do you say? I try to think of it, but you know, sometimes it comes, sometimes it doesn't come. And I'm not saying that my vocabulary was like, how is that, the Scrabble champion of the universe? No, but I think it was okay. It was adequate. And if you don't have that, it's very hard. It's very frustrating when you used to be able to explain yourself in a certain way, and then you lose that ability. And they tell me that it wasn't another stroke, but I notice a difference in swallowing. It's like my esophagus seems to have narrowed. They could have done a live swallow test with that X-ray thing, a live X-ray. I notice now when I take pills, it's very hard for me to swallow. Very hard. So, I don't know exactly what happened, but something happened. Is it, nobody wants to tell me what happened. So, hopefully somebody will be able to tell me, huh? You know what happened, Vic? This is what happened. And this is how we treat it. Or this is how we usually treat it here. You decide if you want to take it or not. But this is what happened. This is what we can expect. You know. I mean, at least 2 years ago, when I had seen the Errol Spence Crawford fight, a little bit after that, I felt really weak, and I thought I had another stroke, but I didn't experience the dizziness. I didn't experience that kind of situation. I just knew that something was off. And a doctor told me, he said, "Look, Victor," he said, "when you have chronic stuff like a stroke and stuff," he said, you're gonna be going up, and then you're plateauing here, and then you're gonna go down. Something happened, but it's gonna just stay there. And then you're gonna keep on. I said, "That's terrible." I think those were my exact words to him. I think that's a, you know, I was, I think I would, I think I should have told him, "Hey, but don't tell me nothing." I should have been like this guy, Tyrone Power, the actor, who he had a heart situation and he didn't even want to know. He told the doctor, "If I got a heart problem, don't even tell me." He died. He died because I think it was George Sanders or something. He really was that good of a swordsman, and I guess they had to do too many takes, and the guy just he just died right there. I guess I guess they were in heat, and the heat got to him, or I don't know what. But the guy died, and so he went quick. He went quick and young. You know, just like Grandma used to say. Grandma used to say, "If you don't want to get old, die young." You know. So it's about time for me to take my coffee, and I won't be eating anything, but maybe I'll take a piece of bread here that's low gluten, soda bread. Of course, like double, triple the price of regular bread. And the how do you say? You have to just learn how to eat differently. And now the doctor's giving me less medication as far as the diabetes, because he said that he wants me to do it more through the diet than through the pills, and I agree with that. I take a lot of vitamins, but I have to get some other ones. I got to get some apple cider vinegar pills that I don't have, and that'll bring it down a little bit. Get more cinnamon pills, which are also very good. But that's I have to play that game. It's the numbers game. My blood pressure was really great yesterday. It was 140 over 80, which is good enough to get a 2 year pass with the Department of Transportation with my CDLA license. So, I really think that you have to you have to take care of yourself. If that means that I only eat 2 meals a day, then so be it. If I gotta watch out what I eat, if I gotta make sure that the numbers come down, so that this way they can take away the medicines, and the more medicines they take away, the better. Start going to the gym, maybe start you know lifting weights or something. See if I can get stronger. And I gotta go over there in that area anyway, because that's where I do my the pedicures, and that's also where they're having a sale right there. I don't know if it's like repo cars or whatever. So, but I'm gonna see what they have as far as big minivanish cars there, minivans, or I guess I could take a big van too. But with the big van, I might need something to jump up there. uh, with a minivan, I know I can do it, and it's a little bit more stylish, I think, and it's a little bit easier for people to get in and out. But if you get one of those regular 15 passenger vans, it's a little bit harder for some people to get in there. And I have compassion for them because I'm one of them. You know. And well, it was really good going to church today, and going to Arise Church. I mean, I miss it so much, going to church. I went last Wednesday to City Church, Reach City Church, and then today I went to Arise. Usually I go to Arise on Saturday mornings, and it's really good. And I wanted to see if I could talk with this one guy there. I think he's a Chicago Bears fan. And I heard that the Chicago Bears are leaving Chicago and they're going to Indiana. So that's kind of weird. The Indiana Bears or whatever. That's kind of weird. So anyway, I was hoping I was seeing him, but I guess he doesn't. I guess he doesn't go on Sundays because he goes on Saturdays. I'll see him next Saturday, God willing. So, and what else? Well, I still want to try to get that 219 miles from here. There's a place in Boca Raton, Florida, with a doctor who gives patients a arthritis uh, medicine at the base of the skull. Puts that in, then he puts you on a teeter totter, and he puts you back so that this way the medicine just kind of like goes into the part of the brain that was affected by the stroke. And he says that 80% of the people that do that they turn out better. They don't get that many spasms. They get less cramps. Some of them get totally regenerated, totally healed. So he charges $6,000 for that shot. So and tomorrow I start calling. Well, not tomorrow. Maybe Tuesday. I'll start calling up, finding out about these ambulance drivers to sue them. Even if I got to take them to small claims court, I'm gonna try to find a lawyer. If I can't find a lawyer, I'll go to Nolo.com. And if I can't find somebody on Nolo.com, I'll just go and just sue them myself. And if I can't do it in regular court, I'll do it in small claims court. Small claims court is $9,000, a maximum. So that's not bad. If I can get all three of them for $9,000 each, that would be $27,000. That wouldn't be bad. And the strange thing is, I still feel it. I still feel that needle in my arm. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely nuts. And when I hear the ambulance coming by, I will hear the ambulance usually running all day long. Because right up the street, you got the fire department. But these people, man, they jam me so deep that, it's affected me, And then after that, I'll go after these crazy people at the hospital who did this and did that against me. And then I'll go after these Three Stooges policemen who came over here. And one of them totally ignored me when I called up 911 and told them about a situation. So if I have to call up 8 on your side and explain them to them and show them the videos, show them how this guy just turned his back on me and just kept on walking out. When I was willing to fast forward the video, to show what he said. He said, "No, it's a 14-minute video," and he just did it. He just turned his back on me. I wonder if there would have been an accident. If that person who I thought should have been Baker acted, or at least talked to, if that person would have hit a minivan full of people or a passenger van and kill everybody in there, then what? You don't let somebody who's dangerous drive around. Just like what you wouldn't let somebody who's drunk, you wouldn't let them drive around. Or whatever, you're impaired, What if the person was drunk the night before? What if the person wasn't supposed to be taking this medication and driving, but they did? Those things happen. There's a reason why in some of those little bottles they say do not operate heavy machinery. So, when they say that, that's just weird. I never expected that. I expected more from a person who has a position of responsibility. But let's see what the court says. You see what happens when News Channel 8 talks about, hey, here's the story of this one deputy who turned his back on somebody who was showing him a video of somebody who was hurting himself and threatening another person. All he said to me was that, well, it's not illegal to drive angry. It's not, it's, hey, jeez. Well, but that's why they make you racist, right? And that's why the courts are open. You know, am I going to be able to sue him? I don't know, but I'm certainly going to try. Because he's putting mental anguish on me. So that shouldn't be. Maybe he does have an immunity, but I'm still taking him over there just to be able to look at his face and say, "Remember me? Huh? You remember me?" I want him to look at my face. And the same thing with the ambulance drivers. You know, when it's all over with, I'm like saying, all you had to do was just say, "Hey, I'm sorry. It was my mistake that I jammed you when we were going over speed bumps. You know, and we disrespected you. We didn't want to identify ourselves. We didn't want to give you our names. When they don't want to give you your names because they did something wrong, right? All right then. So that's the same thing that happened in the hospital. You know, this one lady, she says, "Oh, okay." They had some beeping on there, and it was going on. Oh no, it was a telephone. They had a telephone ring there. They had I don't know if it was the bed because they have like beds there that are hooked up to things. They have telephones that are coming down off the walls over there, like the old telephone things. And so the people couldn't order meals and stuff. So this thing kept on buzzing, kept on ringing and ringing. And I call up the nurse station. I said, "Do you hear that ringing?" He said, "Yeah, I hear that ringing." And I said, "Well, this thing over here, there's nobody here except me, and this thing keeps on ringing and ringing, you know." And I'm trying to get some sleep because you people don't let me sleep during the night. For some reason, the hospitals do not think that sleep is necessary for recovery. they wake they were waking me up at 4 o'clock in the morning. At 4 freaking o'clock in the morning, they were waking me up to take out blood. Wow, so that's just weird, man. That's just weird. I don't understand the reason for that. I really don't. You would think that if one place you can get a sleep, it would be there. You know, but I don't know. I guess that's the new medicine, or they really don't care, which is also a possibility too. Maybe the thinking is, oh, Victor already lasted 68 years. That's it. And we're spending too much money on him. Every time he comes over here, he's talking about CAT scans and MRIs. So let's, let's see if we can do something to make him want to check out, or go someplace else. Go someplace else for his medical needs. And I don't know why, because even if I go someplace else, they're still getting the bill. They are still getting the bill, regardless of where I go. It's like all the bills go there. Yeah. So that's just weird. And now, oh yeah, I forgot to put down that I also have to see my pain med doctor, my pain medication. And I'm gonna tell him about this other girl that I met in his office. She actually wanted me to send her some pills through through an Uber driver. She was gonna cash at me some money for those pills, and I was like, I don't think so. I deleted. I put her thing in spam block folder, I never got back to her. I never heard from her because she's blocked. And lately, I've been blocking people left and right. I don't care who they are. I'm blocking. I'm blocking him, blocking them, blocking everywhere. I don't care. You know, I mean, I'm getting rid of people who who are giving me trouble. You know, and right now mentally I can't deal with it. So people want to help me, fine. People don't want to help me, no, that's fine too. You know, I'm just blocking them. You know, women not interested, fine. Another one bites the dust, and another one, and another one bites the dust. But it's better like that, you know, because this way, when when everything falls into place, you know, and I go to, let's say, another country and find her, then it'll all work out. You know, I won't have to do like other people do. I'm scrambling around trying to get a quick divorce. No, I'm already divorced long time ago. 11/2/11 at 2:43 p.m. at 17 seconds. Down to the second, man. Okay, I'm gonna leave it up to him, man. You people talk a lot, man. It's 50, almost 52 minutes. So I'm gonna let you go. I do have a bet that within 90 days we're gonna have the gas price is gonna go so down that it's gonna be a 20-year low. That's how low. Also, I got a bet going on that Raul Castro will be next to Maduro. I don't know how I could parlay that on the internet. I don't know. I guess if I knew that there was somebody who was looking to develop hotels in Cuba and open up a car dealership, I guess, because people might be interested in buying cars over there, you know, or selling those cars, especially. You know, selling those old cars, those things are worth a lot of money. Even though I hear that they put anything in there for motors, they're very creative. So, God bless everybody. And, you know, I just thought I'd let you know what's going on with me. And, you know, I guess God is not finished with me. I'm guessing He's got some other plan for me. There must be some other people that I need to talk to. I thought I was going to be in jail a couple of times. So, but that didn't happen. You know, so uh, I always thought it would be nice to have a prison ministry from the outside, but it looks like I'm going to end up with one from the inside, or or some mental, or some mental place. You know, you should imagine. I got to find out what the name of that place is that they got. I want to say Osborne and something like that. Anyway, I don't know. I know I picked up somebody from there one time. I was driving for Uber and Lyft, and they gave me a call. Then this guy comes out in pajamas, and I was like, "What the?" I said, "You're not escaping, right?" He said, "No, no, not escape." But you know, thank God nothing happened. And what else can I say? Well, you know, I'm still working on the play, Paul, Chief of Sinners, and it's getting interesting now because now is the time when I start memorizing the scripture verses, memorizing all of the Acts of the Apostles, all the writings of Paul, so that this way, when I'm doing the play, God can determine what He wants me to recall, what He wants me to talk about. There's going to be certain parts that I think is going to be pretty standard in there, but I want to put it so that it could be very flexible too. But I certainly do like everything from Romans 5 to Romans 8. I love that whole big passage there. And there's other passages that are equally important to me. So it's going to be fun remembering that. I mean, some of it I had already memorized, but 3 weeks ago, Monday, everything went south. So when the Bible says renewing your mind, I guess God decided to get out the old stuff first. We're gonna wipe it. We're gonna wipe your slate clean. You're not gonna know what the heck is. As long as it doesn't get too wiped out, like end up like Nebuchadnezzar, thinking of some kind of a cow or something, eating grass for what was it, 7 years? Wow, could you imagine that? And then he still recognized what he was too. He recognized what he was doing. And he raised up his eyes, and Nebuchadnezzar looked towards God and asked for forgiveness, and that's it. God forgave him. God is great, man. God is a pretty good guy. I mean, he didn't have to keep on giving me chance after chance after chance. He didn't have to do that, but he did. He didn't have to send his son to die for me, but he did. He didn't have to give me a place in heaven, whatever that is. If you have a sleeping bag on top of a park bench, I'll still be happy. So hopefully I can keep on studying, keep on memorizing, keep on studying this artificial intelligence. I'm going to be looking at one. I don't know how long that course is, probably 6 months or something. Usually those courses are pretty deep on putting applications in the Google Cloud. So, and I think that's what we're going to have to do, because how much of people are going to be accessing this eventually. So we need it to be on the cloud. So everybody, I just pray for you. Pray, Lord, for the hearers, that they can do what is right for in your kingdom. We pray these things in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Amen. God bless everybody.